Congratulations! We did it, everyone. I've reached 1 million subscribers. And uncharacteristically of me, I decided to actually do something about it this time. I've only done one subscriber special before, back when I only had 1 million subscribers. So I kind of feel like with everything that's happened, I'm kind of overdue for another one. And so here it is, a Q&A. Like I like doing, I made a Google form and I let you all submit your answers, or rather questions, so that I can answer them in today's special. As a disclaimer, I have organized these questions as a sort of less serious to more serious, because believe me, there were plenty of both. So without further ado, let's begin. Nettie asks, do you have any bones? Well, I, Koi, the Knight of Iron, have a varying number of bones. Not a Doc asks, do you love me? Love is a word that can mean a lot of things. So first we must ask, what do we mean by love? It's a thing that's been categorized so many times, albeit none that can truly capture the breadth of what it can mean to love. To love as a friend, I'd need to be your friend to do so, and YouTubers on the internet are not your friend. Romantically, nay, for my heart belongs to another. Well, many others. Maybe you mean familial love? Because if so, not at all. But as someone who exists and is inherently worthy of love, sure, why not? That's what I say. Coda asks, what is your question? Well, I don't have one, but thanks for asking. Evil Adoc asks, do you hate me? I don't know. I haven't met you yet. Do I? Japanese Adoc asks, Konnichiwa, Koi-san. Nihongo o hanashimasu ka? No te conozco. Slenderman asks, find my pages. Okay. Well, I don't do well with horror. We'll see if I can find any of your pages. Oh, there's a page. Okay, I feel like, why would the Slenderman want to kill me? I'm trying to find your pages. I actually don't know the lore. I found one. I got one, guys. Oh, there's a drum now. If you want me to find them so much, just tell me where your freaking pages are. Oh, here's one. Here's one. Leave me alone. You leave me alone. There's a bit of a scary effect going on. I think it's because I'm getting too close to the edge, or no, you. I'm not supposed to look at you, I don't think. Wait, I should run, shouldn't I? Whoa! What was that? Excuse me? Oh, I'm so lost. Oh, hi. Excuse me, I'm trying to find your pages, sir! Please? Oh, there's one. 3. How are there 8 of these things? Is there a map? Can I get a map? Somewhere? Oh, hi there. Hi. Hi there. Where am I supposed to go? Okay, just away. Away in general, I think. Gotta be a page. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to go inside, aren't I? Oh gosh, I don't do well with horror. Oh. Can't run. I found it. Oh, shoot! I'm running straight at him, I think. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Stop screaming at me. Stop and there I go. I do not do well with horror. I think I ran into a tree. Well, I found 4 of them. Me asks, when will you? Good question. September 11th, 2026. Descending asks, would you rather have unlimited bacon, but no more games?
Or games, unlimited games, and no games.
Now this one is rather an enticing one, because on the one hand you have unlimited bacon, but no more games, which would really not be helpful for my channel at all. But on the other side you have games, unlimited games, which think of how great that would be for the channel. But the problem is the catch, which is that you also have no games, which again would be bad for the channel. Well, this is a hard question. Ultimately, I think I'm going with the unlimited bacon, but no more games, despite the no more games, because then I could, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot you can do with an unlimited food source, even if it's just something like bacon. Fun asks, meow, 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 meow. Well, I'm a bit rusty on my cat, but meow, 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 meow. Meow meow. Tabby Cat asks, cheese or chocolate? To that I say chocolate. Easy question. I love chocolate so much. And also, I mean, cheese is fine. Cheese is good and fine. I like it on things somewhat a bit, but like, you can never go wrong with chocolate. Anonymous asks, would you smooch a ghost? Now, I have a short answer and a long answer to this. The short answer is yeah. The long answer is that it depends on the circumstances leading up to it. I feel like the circumstances leading up to it would have to be the same or similar circumstances under which I would smooch anybody. Like, I'm not a very forward person. I wouldn't smooch a ghost that I don't know. I also suppose it depends on the ghost, like who's the dead person, right? Because, you know, if you were a person in life, I'd like to know a little bit about, you know, who you are or were before I just go ahead smooching you. But I think the critical point of the issue here that I want to get at is just that, like, I wouldn't not smooch someone on the sole basis that they are a ghost, if that makes sense. Maybe Bagel asks, what's your favorite book and kind of cookie? Favorite book is very difficult because I grew up on a lot of books, especially a lot of Percy Jackson, Magnus Chase and stuff. But I don't remember enough about any of those books to know what like would be my favorite. Although I do remember as a kid really liking the second Magnus Chase book for some genderful reasons. That said, the last huge reading stint I've done was for the works of Brandon Sanderson. And I think my favorite series has got to be the Stormlight Archive, even though I'm not even caught up on it. I at least think the first installments are pretty solid. Otherwise, I don't think I'd have a favorite. As for my favorite cookie, Snickerdoodle. Kaz the Messian asks, what is your least favorite question to answer? You don't need to answer. Well, considering I don't need to answer it, we're gonna move on to the next one. Kaz the Messian, not to be confused with Kaz the Messian, asks, what is the answer to Kaz the Messian's question? Ah, very clever. The answer is no. Anonymous asks, what's your favorite sandwich? Hot dog. The Orange Biter asks, can you eat an orange in one bite? I've never tried. I don't eat oranges often, but you know what? Maybe I'll get back to you, I guess. I'll try, maybe. Anonymous asks, 8. The Anonymous asks, not to be confused with Anonymous, how many subscribers do you have? I mean, you could always just check YouTube to see how many subscribers I have, but clearly and obviously, I've reached 1 million subscribers. Always 1 million subscribers. Never more than 1 million subscribers. Never less than 1 million subscribers. Every milestone is 1 million subscribers. It is written into the canon of the channel that I have 1 million subscribers. And that never changes. The last special I did, again, was also for hitting 1 million subscribers. Sass asks, have you ever played Omori? If not, do you plan on playing it in the future? I have not played Omori, and I do plan to play it in the future as I do own it, though no promises on whether that'll be on the channel. I'm pretty sure that the RPG style gameplay just kind of doesn't do well on YouTube, and if I did a playthrough of Omori, it would be, I feel like, a lot of episodes to commit to, and so without already releasing episodes, I have no idea whether it's something I'd want to commit to. Maybe it's something I start on the channel and decide whether I want to finish on my own time, something like that. I don't know, I just don't know enough about whether people will actually watch it. Powder Shaped asked, if you had an iterator or ancient name, what would you be called? 8. I loved this question. After a lot of deliberation on whether my specific wording would break too much from what little we see of canonical iterator names, I decided to just go for it anyway. I'm rather fond of the name Petals Upon Snow and the imagery that evokes. I'm kind of going out on a limb here and guessing that the ancients might have had knowledge of petals despite not much present wildlife possessing any, wildlife, like flora. We do have at least one flower anyway, and I'm pretty sure snow is a very rare thing in Rainworld, but it's not like it doesn't directly exist. So, in my mind, technically possible is the name I'm running with for now. Although abbreviated, that's Pus, which I don't like, so I might also have like an iterator nickname, which is just like petals or something. 5 petals, maybe, I don't know. Y'all decide. Powder Shaped also asks, what is or are your favorite numbers and numbering systems? Okay, so my favorite number is 17, and there's really not any math reason for this. I just like it. Cause like 16 is a good one because it's so like symmetrical with itself. It can be broken in half and in half and in half and all that. So the idea of having just one extra oddball number in there that throws the well-oiled machine of 16 all out of whack is just too perfect a metaphor for what I feel like sometimes. Forget the third wheel, imagine the 17th wheel. Plus in Swedish, it's hjorton, and I probably butchered that, but which can be used as like a mild expletive, which is fun. The number 17 was also directly or indirectly associated with how I first met my circle of online friends, and also I was born on the 17th. So I really like 17, and I just consider it the closest I have to a lucky number, where I'll even get happy if I see it sometimes. As for numbering systems, I think different ones from base 10 are cool, but I have little to no experience using or thinking about many other ones, so I do not have any strong opinions there, unfortunately. Anonymous asks, opinions on birds. Do you have a favorite, actually? Other cool animals you like? I like birds. I don't know if I'm partial to any particular one, though hummingbirds move kind of cool and they flap their wings really fast, so that's something. As for other animals, my favorite, I really like Arctic snowy foxes. I also really like cats, but I think both those are pretty popular, so I'll also throw in that I like deer a lot too. I don't know, maybe I'm just too basic. Oh, but wait, also the volcano snails that have shells that are made of iron or whatever. Those things are really cool. Spamtenna and Suzelle Lover asks, what better, Spamton x Tenna Yowie or Susie x Noel Yuri? Very important question. As much as I love Spamton and Tenna, I don't think I'm personally a fan of like the little like kind of like toxic Yowie or whatever they have going on. At least not as much as I am of literal Yuri perfection. They're both wonderful though. Lola the Loach 752 asks, can I have 2 questions? Okay, fine. I'll make an exception for you. Do you wish making videos could be your forever job, or do you rather something else? And the next question, respiration produces more ATP per molecule of glucose in the presence of oxygen than it does when oxygen is absent. Explain why. Bonus extra question, answer if you want. Would you want to be a musician, and what instrument do you want to learn, or would you sing? P.S. I just read that it said I could have more than 1 question. Yours sincerely, Lola the Loach. I will answer all 3 of these questions. First, I would honestly love it if videos could be a forever job, or at least could be stable enough to let me transition to making more creative projects. In total, as of right now, I've made nearly $300-ish from the channel since I've become monetized, though 100 of that was from my viral video, and $50 of that was from my Ultra Kill playthrough, which did better than my playthroughs usually do. This has been great, but not even close to stable. I don't think it'll ever happen, and I'm not necessarily trying to make it happen. A dream job outside of YouTube would be honestly anything at all I can use my creativity for, like making games, music, films, etc. But with how life is turning out so far, I don't have much hope in that and haven't wasted any hope on it either, I guess. To answer your question on oxygenation and ATP production, I'm pretty sure it's because oxygen is the terminal electron in oxidative phosphorylation and is needed for link reaction and Krebs cycle. So in anaerobic respiration, only glycolysis takes place. So only 2 molecules of ATP can be produced for each glucose molecule. And as to whether I'd want to be a musician, I'd love to be a musician. I actually know a little bit of piano myself. I've also always wanted to learn the drums, but I've never had any to learn. Every time I listen to music, especially video game music, I dream of being able to understand the music theory that goes into it, the storytelling that goes into the instrumentation choice, to be able to paint with sound. And so I kind of want to learn every instrument, though since I mostly listen to like hyperpop, I'd honestly like to figure out how to make all those digital and electronic sounds that they do, as well as producing that. As for singing, I can't sing. I mean, I don't let that stop me most of the time, but I get pretty self-conscious after the fact. In my Silksong parody video, it is kind of funny to see how much of the audience that initially clicked on the video, clicked off the video as soon as my voice comes in. I could probably be taught, and I'd like to be, but even then, the music I listen to will often like stylistically auto-tune or like digitize, I guess, the vocals. So even then, wanting to sing sort of ties me into also wanting to learn how to produce music like that. Ikozi Dodeka asks, who are the YouTubers or other content creators that you would say have most inspired your style of videos, personality, editing, etc.? Okay, so this is a hard one. The format for most of my videos is just a Let's Play and not inspired after any particular Let's Player, but rather just various random assortment of Let's Plays that I, grew up on. If anything, the first Let's Player I ever watched was Stampy, and not just his Minecraft Lovely World. And so I think that's where I first was exposed to the episodic idea. The editing of my videos is also mostly just me working around what I perceive as my own limitations. But the biggest thing where I think that maybe watching other YouTubers has an impact on me is not that I'm trying to be any particular YouTuber, but rather my watching of YouTubers influences my sense of humor. I can't really explain it because if you look at their humor individually, I'm probably nothing like it. And yet together, somehow, I feel like it still shapes my humor. So I still want to mention them just because I believe they have influenced me in subtler ways. This includes Technoblade.
I'm going into this thinking that the first thing I need to do is find a tree and punch it to collect wood, but the second thing I need to do is place a tactical crafting table.
Slimesicle. Germa.
You know what fucking humans are supposed to be doing? Humans are supposed to be fucking picking up like a wheelbarrow full of like logs.
Ziox.
Hey, you may be coming back to Genshin after a long break and wondering, should I get back into Genshin Impact? Well, let me give you 5 reasons why you should. Number 1, gambling.
And Dan Henschel.
Hello there, everyone. I am a normal person. I am saying things that are normal, I look normal, and I sound normal.
Other than those, like the vast majority of my content is just me being myself, and it's kind of hard for me to draw any more specific comparison than that. Anonymous asks, I know you touched upon this lightly in the yearly channel review, but how do you think you want to continue improving how you make videos? Also, how would you say you have improved thus far? Okay, so a lot of how I've improved has been simply talking. For some people, putting thoughts into words comes naturally, but it doesn't for me. Yet the more I've been doing it, and maybe even the more I stream, the better I get. And another thing that I think is important and hope is appreciated is the effort I've been seeking to put into the narrative of a Let's Play to hopefully elevate it from just a playthrough of a game to an actual meta story about me playing the game, while also retaining the immersion and respect that the game itself deserves. It's kind of like performing my experience in isolated, playful ways. Like in Hunter, when I was having a really bad time in Chimney Canopy, and instead of getting demotivated, I put a little performance to my situation. Pro tip from Depressed Koi. It's a kill or be killed world. Only the strong survive. So if you are not strong enough to survive, then it is your purpose to fucking perish. Get back here! In Deltarune, a certain boss battle that took me a total of 60 attempts that could have been really unfun for me became a motivational success story and impromptu musical for a bit of it, as I sought to prove myself as a true knight. And in Silksong, there's an arc slowly growing of me playfully exaggerating the absurdity of my focus on side quests, of one in particular especially, overdoing the actual main story. Stuff like that is stuff I wouldn't necessarily have done before. And of course, despite my referring to it as a performance, I'd like to clarify that it's all still like authentic. It's again kind of just like an art of putting a feeling to words in a way to convey the experience, in a way you wouldn't verbalize when just playing by yourself. As for what I'd like to improve on, there's still a lot I have left to learn. There are genres of videos I like to make that aren't just Let's Plays, but I found that as of right now, I have some kind of fear of actually putting too much effort into something. Because if I put effort into something, and not enough people care about it, then that's hurt, right? And most other formats, tier lists, song parodies, video essays, whatever they are, will require me to try a little. And so in the future, I hope to push myself to actually put myself out there a little bit more. Doro asks, not sure if this has been explained before, you do have hundreds of videos, but what's the origin of the Knight of Iron persona? Is the knight iron, or is the knight wearing iron? Why does the knight wear glasses only sometimes? Have you ever experienced having an iron deficiency? Does the knight need ironing? Now, I've never talked about the actual lore behind the Knight of Iron persona or the profile picture, though I maybe plan to get into it once I have a more official avatar. In any case, what I am willing to say at this time is that before I, the Knight of Iron, held that title, I was another manner of being. A fairy, elf, fae, whatever word you humans choose to call us. You would be correct in guessing that I am called of iron due to my wearing iron, though my relationship with that metal runs much deeper and is much more complex than just that. I'll leave it at that for now. In an ideal world where I could animate, I'd love to animate the lore I have for the character, or draw it, or film it in stop motion, or film it in some video game, or write a song about it, or make some comic about it, or do something with the story that I have. I'm not yet confident enough nor skilled enough to genuinely attempt any of that, and I feel like it'd be a little cringe, but I also don't know what else to do with the story. Just telling it as is feels a little boring and anticlimactic for someone like me who really wants to create As for the glasses, in real life, I wear glasses. Only sometimes, and it depends on whether I remember them that day, because I can see fine without them. I think it's because just one of my eyes is bad, so when I don't wear my glasses, the correct eye just, compensates, and so I see fine. But most of the time I'm wearing glasses. As for why the avatar does or doesn't have glasses, it's because when I commissioned this, the final product with the background had glasses. But they gave me a much more convenient version with the background removed, but that one didn't have glasses. And it's partially because of my poor instructions, and I'm too lazy to fix that myself. Anonymous asks, what's your favorite element of the games you've played? Like an Ultra Kill being able to parry, etc. Also, what's your favorite game of all time and why? Also, what's the story behind your channel? By the way, love your vids. Thank you. You've already said what it would be for Ultra Kill, which is parrying. No explanation needed there. One standout ability from the few games I've played is the bash ability from Ori and the Blind Forest and also Ori and the Will of the Wisps. It is one of the most satisfying movement abilities I've gotten in a game ever and helps the movement in the game to feel so wonderfully aerial. Other than that, I kind of struggle to come up with anything else. I don't know if it counts. I like making clones in Marvel Rivals with Loki, even though I'm not good at all. She's probably the most fun for me to play because of that. Now, my favorite game of all time is, funny enough, Outer Wilds, which I do have a playthrough of on the channel. It was before I knew what I was doing as much, and I haven't watched it in a while, so I'm not sure that why it means so much to me now even comes through in my playthrough of it. But the themes that the ending of the game delves into really affected me, especially because at the time I was playing through it, I'd been dealing with some very specific existential fears for some specific reasons I won't get into. But Outer Wilds was absolutely the perfect game to deliver its message to me, and it's just an amazing game otherwise. Its gameplay is primarily curiosity driven, which was perfect for me, and the worst part of it is that once you've experienced it, you can never experience it the same way again. If you haven't played, go into it without looking too much up, and don't go in expecting a life-changing experience. I know some fans hype it up to be, and for me, it was. But also, I feel like it should be obvious to say, but it's not gonna be that for everyone. That said, it's a pretty good game as just a game. And for your last question, the story behind my channel is basically that I wanted to do YouTube, so I uploaded a bunch of random stuff, tried to make Minecraft a thing since that's what I grew up watching, then eventually committed to doing an Outer Wilds playthrough, which after I finished, I went right into Rain World. The channel started taking shape a little bit from there, and I've just slowly been expanding what I do and can provide from there. Until 2025, where I proved to myself that I could do a lot more uploads, and somehow consistently, despite my ADHD's tendencies. And from there, we have now, where I'm doing a 1 million subscriber special. And for the last question, or I should say 3 questions in one. Kate asks, what are your goals for this year regarding your public, YouTube, and personal life? What are your favorite video games? Will you make more varied videos, such as blogs? Or will your channel focus only on gameplays? That's the only thing I can think of. I really like your content. Take care. My goals for the channel are pretty simple. Keep playing games, dabble in trying other stuff, maybe tier lists, challenge videos, video essays. Also what's new is I've got people I can collab with as well, which opens a lot of new possibilities. Feel free to give us ideas for some of those. And mainly my focus will be in seeing how I want to incorporate streaming into my schedule at all. And the more I stream, the more I will hopefully improve at streaming. My personal life goals are a lot less fun. I do not live in a very safe area for people like me, and due to some unfortunate circumstances in history, members of my local hate group know me a little too well and a little too personally. I don't have a support group or know anyone who can look out for me in that regard, so the plan is to just lie low and actually save money this year for a sort of escape fund, which I will use possibly next year to just get me away from here. I'd also like to eat a little bit better this year because apparently I'm not nutritioned well enough. As for my favorite games, I've already mentioned Outer Wilds. So other than that, Hollow Knight was pretty cool. It's up there as one of the games that first proved to me that I could actually be good at something if I worked hard enough. And the game Celeste holds a place in my heart with how it helped me to love myself. And of course, they both have spectacular gameplay and soundtracks as well. As for more varied videos, I'd love to make more varied videos. I talked a bit about that already. But what interests me the most with this question is you asked specifically about blogs, or I guess in video it'd be vlogs, because I don't usually watch vlog content, so I don't know exactly what people are doing on that side of things. But as far as I'm aware, they're pretty much always people using their faces. And while I'm not opposed to face revealing at some point, it's something I've not done yet. So now I'm almost wondering how one would vlog without revealing their face. I mean, to be fair, I don't even know what I'd say in a vlog to begin with. I'm not opposed to it, I just don't know. I have considered draw my life, or maybe storytime animation videos where maybe I could just do a video or I'm just telling a story or something, but I don't know. We'll see what I feel like doing. Very interesting stuff. Thank you for the question. Well, that was all the questions. I hope you enjoyed my 1 million subscribers special. I will see you all at the next 1 million subscriber special. Thank you all for watching. Consider leaving a like on the video if you liked the video. Consider subscribing if you have a middle name, and farewell.